Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Morning, everybody. How you doing? Dr. Spencer here. There is a serious case of gastroenteritis going around among pediatric patients. There is a patient who had similar symptoms last night and apparently succumbed at Cornwall Regional Hospital. I need you guys to be very vigilant with the pediatric patients. Feel free to call out the pediatricians. I know Dr. Dunn is on maternity leave, but you can always call Dr. Gail Lewis. And if anything, you're not getting through to anybody, always call me. I'll find somebody to assist. Dr. White, Dr. Henny, anyone. But there's a serious bout of gastroenteritis, and I need everybody to be very vigilant about it. We need to ensure that we have all the necessary tools to rehydrate the younger patients, rehydration salts, the different types of fluid, which we need to ask the pediatrician what is the best type of fluid to hydrate patients depending on their age group. So yes, we need to be very vigilant of this, guys. There's a serious virus going around. It's not only in Montego Bay but also in Kingston. So we need to be very, very vigilant. Okay, guys? Cool.
2-year-old dies at hospital as course of gastritis emerges. Amid a rise in cases of gastroenteritis in St. James and St. Andrew, doctors at Cornwall Regional Hospital CRH in Montego Bay have confirmed that a 2-year-old boy who was admitted to the medical facility Tuesday night with symptoms of the disease died hours later Wednesday morning. The child, who was first taken to a private hospital before his parents sought treatment at Cornwall Regional Hospital, presented with vomiting and diarrhea, said Dr. Delroy Free, clinical coordinator at the Western Regional Health Authority. The head of the hospital's pediatric unit, Dr. Carlin Grant Davis, said that cases were on the rise in St. James. The virus occurs in adults as well, but children may be more severely affected. Since Sunday, 112 children have turned up at Bustamante Hospital for Children with the intestinal infection. We had 28 children presenting with the symptoms on the 16th, 35 on the 17th, 26 on the 18th, and 23 on the 19th, Dr. Sandra Chambers, Regional Technical Director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, told reporters, adding that the situation was being closely monitored. The majority, she said, were treated and sent home with no cause for alarm. Gastroenteritis can be caused by both viruses or bacteria. The viruses are quite contagious and cause damage to the cell lining, the intestine, but Grant Davis insists that most cases are not serious. But children can feel quite sick. In fact, virtually all children are affected with this virus by age 3, she said. Grant Davis explained that the retrovirus is the most common cause of gastroenteritis, and the infections occurred most commonly from November through March and was once called the winter vomiting disease. Symptoms include diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and abdominal pain. These symptoms, she said, begin 1 to 2 days after exposure to the virus and usually last 3 to 8 days. Prolonged or severe diarrhea, particularly when accompanied by vomiting, can lead to dehydration. Signs of dehydration include increased thirst, dry mouth, and weight loss. As dehydration becomes more severe, your child will become cranny and irritable. His eyes will appear sunken, and he may have a faster heart and breathing rate. If dehydration continues, the kidneys will stop working and the heart will not have enough fluid to pump, the blood pressure will drop, and your child will go into shock and can die, she warned. Because these are viral illnesses, the use of antibiotic is not appropriate and may in fact make the diarrhea worse. There is a vaccine available for babies under 6 months of ages that can prevent severe causes of gastroenteritis caused by the retrovirus, Grant Davis said. She advised that gastroenteritis can spread very easily, so families should wash their hands regularly and stay off work or school until at least 48 hours after their symptoms have cleared up to reduce the risk of passing it on. Take your child to the doctor or the nearest emergency room if there are symptoms of severe diarrhea, such as persistent dizziness, only passing small amount of urine or no urine at all, or if they are losing consciousness. There is bloody diarrhea. There is persistent vomiting and inability to keep down any fluid. There is fever over 38 degrees Celsius, 100.4 Fahrenheit. The symptoms haven't started to improve after a few days. There is a serious underlying condition, such as kidney disease, inflammatory bowel disease, or a weak immune system. What you can do. These viral illnesses result in their way without any specific treatment. Make the child as comfortable as possible and take steps to prevent dehydration. Encourage the child to rest, drink extra fluids, and continue to eat regular diet. Babies must continue to have breast milk or regular formula. The best fluid to give are coconut water, breast milk or formula, or freshly made juice with no added sugar. Stay away from commercial juices as they usually contain a lot of sugar, which will make the diarrhea worse. If the diarrhea is severe or persistent, it is important that the fluid contains salt because salt are lost in diarrhea. Rehydration fluid are sold over the counter. Refrain from making your own salt as you may use incorrect amount of salt and water and make the situation worse. If your child is vomiting, continue to offer fluid but give small amount. Use a teaspoon and give a teaspoon every 2 to 5 minutes and more frequent feedings. Majority of public sector groups reject aspects of wage offer. The government may not reach a new deal with the island's public sector employees anytime soon, after a majority of the groups in the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, JCTU, reject aspects of its offer under the Public Sector Compensation Review. The government had in September submitted its offer and a breakdown of the new salary scales to the unions for review and response. But President of the Confederation, Helen Davis White, told reporters that the negotiations have been stalled as 9 of the 11 unions under the umbrella of the JCTU have raised concerns about aspects of the proposed package. The trade union members have rejected what they described as the wholesale shifting of all officers to the minimum scale except for persons in receipt of seniority. Mrs. Davis White said the unions have each communicated their concerns to the Ministry of Finance, but there has been no subsequent meeting to reach an agreement. They have called for the ministry to eliminate what they term the unfairness and inequality that abound in its proposal. Wanted man killed by police identified. The man who was fatally shot by the police on Thursday morning is said to have been wanted in connection with last Thursday night's murder of Chantal Hunter, a 28-year-old shop owner of Darlington Street, Mar, Westmoreland. Hunter was reportedly shot in the face while she attended a candlelight vigil in the community. The wanted man was shot and killed by the police has been identified as 25-year-old Javon Brown, otherwise called Toto, of a Darling Street address in Westmoreland. Head of the Westmoreland Police Senior Superintendent Wayne Joseph told reporters that Brown challenged the police in the morning. SSP Joseph said as part of the intensified Operation Relentless 2, the police went in search of Brown in Darling Street, Savannah, Lamar. On their arrival at a one-bedroom board house, they were greeted with gunfire from Brown. The police responded, and at the end of the exchange, Brown was found suffering from gunshot wounds, SSP Joseph revealed. He added that a 9mm pistol was also seized. Brown, he said, was later pronounced dead at hospital. Meanwhile, SSP Joseph said he has a warning for other criminals. I just want to use this opportunity to send out a warning to other criminal gunmen out there that if the police come to arrest you, I would encourage you to hand over yourselves peacefully, the lawman urged. SSP Joseph further noted that if criminals choose to do otherwise and to challenge the police, they, the police, cannot guarantee their safety. The police have a duty to preserve life, and this includes the life of their own, as also the members of the public, SSP Joseph warned. We will continue Operation Relentless 2, and it has been bearing fruits, he added. Launched on September 23rd, the operation targets criminal gangs, illicit gun, narcotics trade, and lottery scamming. The series of targeted activities have been the subject for weeks of data and intelligence analysis and planning within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, and also joint planning with the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.